being a Co-ACC Player of the Week?
It's cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? It's kind of about a performance that was in the past. So, that's kind of in the past. But, it's great to be in a great league and get that honor.
Is it easier to keep that focus when you got a team like UNC coming to town Friday?
Yeah, the focus is the same thing, no matter who comes. You know what I mean?
Your performance at Syracuse was one thing, but again, I think we talked about a little bit after the game too, how the team was kind of able to hold on there. Some games in the past years, this team might have slipped and might have lost that game. I mean, what is it about? Remember talking about resilience. What is it about that resilience that you were kind of able to build upon all of that in the last game against Cuse?
That's what we got to be if we want to meet the goals that we set for ourselves. So it just comes with it. You know what I mean? Good team made a good comeback, and we held on. You know what I mean? So that's what good on good is, and glad we pulled it out.
Like, how nice is it to have some time off? Did you get to go home and see your family, and what was that like for you? So
yeah, I did. I got to see my parents. I got to see my dogs, which is awesome. But it's back to work now. Get enough rest.
How many dogs do you have?
2.
What are their names?
Puppy and Cairo.
Okay, Puppy and Cairo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, nice.
Just from looking at the film, look at Syracuse. I'm sure you guys are starting to get into it in preparation for Friday. What stood out to you about what needs to be cleaned up from that last game?
Just talk. I mean, the game, we had a good game. You know what I mean? We just kind of slipped early, but I mean, at the end of the day, we won. So it's the same focus points as we always have. It ain't nothing changes. Nothing's really big out of that game. You know what I mean? A couple defensive slip-ups we need to fix, and that's it.
Have you felt you guys are communicating better, especially now that you've had like a little bit more time to kind of focus on yourselves and not playing 3 games in 8 days?
Yeah, as the season progresses, we're communicating a lot better. It was good from the get, though. It was good from the beginning for a new team. Now we're starting to be a team that's been together for a little while. So it's getting better and better, man. It feels good.
Blake, looking at your upcoming slate of games, you guys have some really quality opponents in the next 4 or 5 matchups you have. Do you feel that the team is where it needs to be right now to be best prepared for those matchups?
Yeah, we're here. I mean, they've been on the schedule since for about 3-4 months now, so it's not like this is hitting us by surprise. So we're ready. We're ready for anybody.
Blake, we heard today that Dior returned to practice. Just what's it been like getting him back and acclimated with everything on the court?
Man, good. It's good. It's good to have everybody back.
What's it like now that having Fetty playing so much with you guys, like seeing him grow from when you guys first met and started practicing together to now starting and being a factor for you guys in games?
What is it like? It's good. It's good. It's good to see, something happen for the young fella. You know what I mean? Good progress, and he's handled it great. And more stuff to come though. Job's not finished for him at all, and for the rest of the team.
What's the biggest thing you've seen him improve on, and the thing that you see to him that he's still working on?
Just learning how to play with us. Learning how to play with us, like, that's not really easy to, come with a group of experienced guys and be new and learn how to play with us. And since the beginning of the year to now, it's awesome. What he still needs to work on, I keep that between me and him.
This is kind of the second game in a row where, Syracuse had Edwards and now North Carolina has Bacot. What stands out to you about Bacot on film as a big trying to guard him?
I haven't looked yet. I'm going to look after this, but I haven't looked much yet.
So you haven't looked much at all at North Carolina just yet?
I didn't say that.
Okay, so
yeah.
I'm glad. That's why I asked this, because I want to say, as a team who's playing pretty strong defense right now, North Carolina has so many different guys who can score the basketball. What are some things that stand out about their offensive scheme to you as a defender?
They're really fast. They're really fast, and quality players all around. So definitely got to be on our game.
Who's someone that is on that team that maybe stands out that isn't a household name like an Armando Bacot?
If I'm being honest, I don't know. It's just like I said, it's a unit full of quality players. I don't want to just name one, and disrespect the other. It's a team full of quality players.
It's North Carolina. They're all state.
Yeah.
So how much, when it's North Carolina coming to your home court, how much does that maybe kind of heighten things a little bit, just given their national reputation and the kind of the history with this program?
They're in our conference, so it doesn't really. It's not like the Warriors are coming. You know what I mean? obviously a quality team, but we got to play them. So it doesn't hide anything for us. But obviously it'll be a great win.
Does it help that you guys have common opponents? I mean, they just played Michigan recently. Do you turn on that film and see how they played against them and compare it to where you guys were at that time when you played?
Yeah, it's funny. I did watch that game, and I was having that same thought process. Good game, two quality teams, and I was making that comparison in my head, and I think it would be good to have another whack at it. You know what I mean? Because they're about the same quality as Michigan, so it'll be good for this team to do it again.
You guys have faced some pretty tough opponents on the road this season, but this is probably the toughest opponent you'll see on your home floor. How much does that maybe affect things? And what do you think that atmosphere is going to be like to have that conference game, that conference opener at home?
That'd be great. That'd be awesome. I mean, I think any conference opener at home would be, pretty electric. So hopefully that's what it is.
How much do you guys pay attention to as well, like things how this could affect NCAA tournaments, standings and things like that, where you fall in the rankings, not just the national rankings, but Ken Palm and things like that. Where wins over quality programs will mean a lot to you at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I actually just thought of it when you saying it right now. So I mean, that would be cool. I mean, my job is to play basketball. That's all I'm worried about.
Like, are you a guy when you're home, or even just at your apartment or whatever on campus? Do you watch a lot of other college basketball games, or are you just more focused on your game film and your upcoming opponent's game film?
I watch very little college basketball games.
NBA? You watch a lot of NBA?
Yeah, I watch more NBA than I do college basketball.
Why is that? Do you just enjoy that game?
I think that's just how I am. I've always been that way. It's not anything personal. I mean, I have a lot of friends in college basketball. When I get the chance, I would do that. But no, I don't really watch much college basketball.
Interesting.
Did you watch the Mavs last night?
Yes, I did. Oh my goodness gracious! I've never seen anybody live do something like that. And then, oh my God, that was crazy.
How much does that teach you? I mean, obviously, what Luka did was
I can't do
unbelievable.
that.
But how much does it teach you though that the game's never over? Like there's always some time for a comeback if you're within single digits.
Yeah, I text team group chat, then I text my dad, then I text my best friend. Like that was literally the craziest thing I've ever seen from Luka and the team. Like, yeah, that teaches you the game's never over, and it's so cool to see the best players in the world execute that, because that means a regular season game. They didn't have to fight for it, you know what I mean? But they did, and it was amazing. It was super. It was great.
Because I think I saw a stat today. There was something like teams who were trailing by 9 points with 35 seconds left in a game were 0 in like 1,384 in NBA history. That was the first time anybody's ever done something.
And then the coaching was great because the coach brought in JaVale McGee to tip the ball, and then had Christian Wood, who's also very big. Tip did it work perfect. Luka makes a Luka shot, then it goes to overtime.
Do you guys bond as a team over moments like that? Like just moments great, at
Yeah,
basketball?
we literally just got out of the locker room talking about it, and then it sprung a whole NBA debate. So yes, for sure.
Is that the best regular season performance you think in NBA history, off the top of your head? No.
Kobe Bryant, 81 points. I think it's. And
Kobe's 81 is more impressive than 60, 21, and 10.
Maybe not, but then you got who dropped 100.
Will.
Yeah, so you got that too.
Okay.
So I don't. Dropping 100 is unbelievable. It definitely should be considered next to 81 for sure. I don't know if it's better. 81 is a lot of points, but first 60-20 game, so it's definitely the conversation.
Who was your favorite player growing up?
Russell Westbrook.
Was it?
Is it still your favorite player?
Yeah, I like Russell Westbrook. I mean, it's more or less like not as much as it used to be. You know what I mean? But a lot of respect for Russ.
Why was it Russ?
Just the energy and the passion he plays with. You know what I mean? What he does is kind of extra. I don't really care. I can't do what Russ does. So I don't really model my game after him and that, but he cares and you can tell. So that's what I like.
Who's a pro player that maybe you don't even model your game after, but you see certain things and you try to emulate those little aspects of their game?
I don't know about emulate, but just the effort Russ gives is something I just always respected. Always respected. And there's a lot of other players too, but just one of them per se.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.